All right, looks like we're live. It's 5:04 on Friday, February 26th. Hoping that this week I don't have any issues with my internet connection, but if I do, you know, that's life. This week we're going to be starting the process of migrating my blog from Jekyll to Eleventy. Eleventy is a static site generator. I've been using Jekyll for years now, at least 5 years. And it's been great, but I like messing around and learning new things, so this is an opportunity to do that. Also, the version of Jekyll that is on GitHub pages right now is like it's a full version behind. So seems like a decent opportunity to change my blog stack, learn some new stuff, and have fun while I'm at it. So here goes nothing. This is really starting from zero. I mean, I've only looked at Eleventy a bit, liked the general approach that they had, but am by no means well versed in it. So we'll see where this goes. Honestly, I'm going to be reading the docs quite a lot. So, okay. And also, I need to see what I looked at Eleventy the last time ages ago, and by ages I just mean a couple months. But let's hop in. All right. So I think what my general approach is going to be is to make a very basic Eleventy project, and then start pulling in. All our blog posts are just markdown files, so see how I can incorporate that data and get it rendered, and then maybe start working in the theme and all the other things that happen. So how big is this? Let's just zoom in a little bit more here. That's probably better so you can see what I'm reading. I'm going to hop over to iTerm, and I'm in my Eleventy directory, and I'm going to make a directory for this. And it's going to be, oh, you know what I want to say? This is just a total aside. I think, okay, so cool ZSH trick that I just read about today. There is a take command. I'd never actually used that until just now. If you do take, it makes the directory and CDs you into it, which this is really convenient. So that's super cool. I got nothing in here, and I'm going to start by initting npm, and then I will install Eleventy, just saved as a dev dependency. Now I know they say here it's recommended they prefer local installation to global installation. I don't know if at one point I installed it globally. I guess I'll probably find out at some point if something breaks. Because I never remembered how to see. Oh, all right, fine. I should do this. I should make a shortcut for this. npm list top level packages, top level global packages. All right. Never remember it. Never will. It's the opposite of riding a bike. Ah, major version of npm. I'm not going to do that right now. I just want to see if I had actually installed npm, if I had installed Eleventy globally, and I did not. So I guess last time I looked at this, I followed their instructions. Good for me. Don't need this. Well, you know what? I should leave that. Nah. I'll just keep talking to myself. Okay. So we can use npx to run our local project. It's going to do nothing when I run this. npx at. All right. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to hop from this we're going to do this in code now instead of just in iTerm. So we'll zoom in. That should be big enough because it's ginormous. And we'll hop in the terminal here, and we'll run our npx command here. Actually split this in two so we can have two things going on at once. And let's jump back to our Eleventy docs. We saw that in our output, newest version didn't process any files because we have nothing. So in their example here, they have you make template files. So actually, maybe I might need to look at, I mean, a theme is going to give me template files. That might be preferable to creating them myself. Alright, so if we run serve, it'll generate it, and we can browse it. I'm going to have to read that important note later. Command line usage. Alright, let's just look. I think I looked at that before. I don't think that's helpful for what we're doing right now. Okay. Yeah, input, output. We can look through those later. I don't look at starter projects. Okay, I wonder if I grab. I'm going to do this, you know, kind of shooting from the hip. There were a couple. This is probably like jumping in at the deep end, and then I'm going to end up having to run my way all the way back. But there were a couple themes I was looking at. So one of them was here. Let's zoom in. I'm not signed in GitHub here. That's fine. And this is not in dark mode because I'm not signed in. All right, so this probably has. I probably should have done it from this in the beginning. Might have been a better way to do this. Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna just scratch it all and start over. So here's what the theme looks like, or what the project looks like, what the output should look like. But rather than using that basic Eleventy project, we'll just start with this. We'll clone the project. So we will jump back to iTerm. We'll cd out of this. Clone it. After we cd in, we will run npm I. Install derp. Then npm run dev, and we'll open this up in code in a second. All right. Actually, less than a second. We'll do it right now. Okay. So here we have our project structure with our source, feed, globals, posts, style. So yeah, this does like a lot of the legwork for me, which I can learn as I get it going. But I'm assuming post is where I'm going to drop my my markdown files, and then I'll have to figure out how tagging and stuff is done. But this might actually get me like. This might not be a super. You know what? I'm not gonna speak too soon. All right. So in here, let's just get this up and running first, and we'll do that by doing npm run dev. Alright, npm, you know what? Nope, we're going to split it in two first so we can have one running. And I guess this is still building the site. and it's going to be, there we go. Ooh. All right, so let's just do this in, let's run this over in Chrome. Nice. All right, sweet. So this is up here. Let's see what we got a privacy policy here, which I guess I won't need. Let's take this template and let's just start playing with it. Actually, maybe we should read. Maybe we should read a little bit more. There's the tag styling. That's kind of fun. Those are the credits. Actually, so let's dive in then and see if we can figure out how the tagging is done, because tagging was one of the things that was a bit of a pain to do with my Jekyll setup. Interesting. Okay. Posts. Dead beef. Layout, post, title. Alright, so if I'm going to have to open up my blog. Not this one, the actual blog. And what I have, all this text on the screen. What I have here is my my Jekyll front matter, and I want to see how they compare. I mean, part of this is not wanting to do this. So layout's going to match. Title's fine. There's no published flag. The date. So what I'm going to end up having to do probably here is also write some little script to help with this. I imagine the tag syntax will work across the board. Alright, you know, let's just see. Well, one, we'll have to see. I'm going to need to make like a to-do list. Or, you know, a to-do list of things to look into. Which I'll just do right now in another window. To do. And we'll say published flag for Eleventy. And then that's all we'll have in it for right now, but we can come back and add more stuff if we need to. Alright, so if I grab this post about inspecting templates and I drop it in here and save it, what is it gonna do? That, alright. No, so did I should check the, I may have broken. I think I broke it, which is fine. Alright, problem writing 11 templates, more in debug output, having trouble running liquid, markdown to post debut. Okay, so cool. Error I got was that CFC is not a valid Prism.js language. The thing is, well, it will be, because I got the CFC, or the CFML CF script plugin for Prism. Although I guess I might have to see if I can get it merged into the Eleventy plugin syntax highlight. But that, so I am going to have to wait until that's released and available. But for now, I'll just, which one were we in here? We were in this one, Dead Beef. And we're going to just find those CFCs and we'll just change them. See, got a bunch of them here and we'll just make them, I don't know, Java. Good enough. Alright, hop back, refresh. Still broken? Ooh, I gotta check the the build time. Is that? Let's just see if this was another error that I just missed. No, that was not. So I feel like this should be showing, and it's not. Why is it? Let's run it again. Just because of that error. And I'll obviously have to look into anything I can do to make sure this runs fast. Huh. So the post, okay, so I'm over in showing this in Safari. Am I modifying things in the wrong folder? Post, did beef draft, interior crock gator, these all are there. Oh, so I wonder if the difference here, this is if I just do, instead of we'll leave published, we'll put date, and we'll say, what was this one's date? In Jekyll, these were in the file name, I believe. 127, okay, 2021, 127. So 2021, 01, close, 27. Maybe that is why it wasn't showing. We'll close these in Safari. Hop back to good old Chrome. And no dice. Why no dice? Everything looks fine here. Did I do it in the wrong file? No, date is fine. So let's, Ronnie James Dio, let's make sure that that post is showing. It is. Okay, so what can we do here to make sure these match? I don't know if the order of these matter. We don't have an excerpt. Let's just try matching that date from so long ago to see if that changes anything. Nope. I should probably be reading the docs here, but learning by trial and error. We'll try killing published. See if that. Nothing looks broken, so published isn't messing it up. The date I don't think matters. I know the way that we're doing the title is different. And this is just regular, okay, layout, post, title. I mean, I don't think I need an updated date. Why? Let's try, all right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna grab everything from here, drop it all in, see if it is the front matter. Was it the front matter? No. What we're gonna do now, actually, is we're gonna roll dead beef all the way back to what it had originally to make sure that dead beef de-incrementation was actually showing. It is. It was the top post. Okay, cool. Date shown there is October 8th, 2016. Yes, okay, that's all good. All right, so we're gonna run you back forward to this. And now we will, just making sure that the sound is working. Yeah, this should be the top one, but it's not. So let's match the structure here by putting layout first. Up there, what do we got going on here? What are you doing to me? All right, layout post. Did not make a difference. Title, we'll move that up. And we will add an excerpt. Maybe it's not showing because it doesn't have an excerpt. Excerpt. Show me. No, it does not appear to be it. You know, this is more error than I would have liked. Title being in quotes. Usually that doesn't matter. No. I mean, it could be. I would just think that if it was something in the body breaking. Oh. It is something in the body breaking. All right, cool. Good. Okay. We had an issue in nunchucks here. All right, you know what? I think I was just... I'm down here just seeing browser sync, and I think everything is fine. But we do have an issue. So our issue is, why can't we read property toString of undefined? Let's just work our way through the debugging. We can always add more if we need to. It's a template render error. Is it that I'm using? Let's keep working our way up here. Maybe there's one that has these, unless these are just these are probably all my earlier refreshes. Okay, so template render error with something that we're doing in this post that they don't like. Why do I have? Looked like I had a double. I wonder if this is in the actual post. Looks like I have a double. Let's add in the quadruple quotes for. Oh my! Is this like? I'm just wondering. I have a. This is okay. I'm wondering if I added a this would be so annoying. I added a markdown plugin for previewing things, but now I mean it looks like it's. I think it's the plugin messing things up. I don't know if it's actually causing the. Maybe let me grab a different post from the blog. Something maybe. Smaller. Is that one smaller? No. One of the earlier ones. Maybe one that has some syntax highlighting though. Let's see what this does. All right. Did I get any quadruple? No, okay. Back down. I think we got another error because shell. I'm using this. So one of the things that I'm going to have to deal with is that the syntax highlighting that I'm using is rouge, and I need to use whatever, I need to use Prism, so I'm going to need to find which ones are incompatible and update those. Alright, so that one worked. There's just something weird in, or it said that one worked. Or I thought it said that one worked. It says it wrote it. Yeah, because shell session, I fixed that. So let's just take a look. I've got a title, a layout post. The title is blogging with Jekyll. Why aren't you showing? Let's try this again. Excerpt. EXCERPT. Show me now. And no, you don't. I feel like I should have some more info here about why this isn't working. And I took care of all the shell sessions, saying it wrote the files. Well, it wrote the files. I should be able to see them then in what, in public? No, where does it write? Dist, post. So it did write some of these. This page was rendered. I just wonder. Okay. I'm guessing what I need to do is tag these posts for this theme, and then they'll show up as posts. Yeah. All right. Nice. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Oh, that turned out fantastic. Okay, super cool. So making a note here in my to-do, which I will rename notes, and this will be a to-do publish flag for Eleventy, and then we'll say posts need to be tagged as posts, at least in this theme. So we got that one. That one moved over fine. I wonder if I should. I mean, do I bother? Well, I'm gonna have to wrestle with it at some point. Let's grab the one that broke. And this is not going to be exciting. But let's try. I wonder if this is if it's the formatter messing it up. Not thrilled with this formatter if it's doing that. Okay. I'm guessing I'm going to have the error in here, and our error has to do. We'll see. Okay. Didn't fix that. Let's just see if we have any of those. Why are we getting? I wonder if this isn't. This seems like it's probably an indentation issue. Is this like? Oh, okay. That's supposed to be like that. You're not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be like that. This is a hard tab. I wonder if there's some things where the different markdown rendering is going to cause some problems. And if so, that's honestly not that big a deal. Okay, let's see how you're doing. So we didn't actually change the CFC thing here, so we'll grab these and we'll write Java. And we'll cross our fingers and check to see if this worked first. It did not. We also don't have a date or an excerpt on it, but it's probably wrote 30 files. All right, so let's just see if we add a date. And we make the date 2021 01/27, which was its date. That does not do it. Okay, and if we add an EXCER, an excerpt, now I am here. Now I am, wrote it correctly? Alright, we definitely have an error here. Alright. Source includes layouts, post, nunchucks, line through. Okay, so let's just take a look at includes layouts, post. Includes layouts, post. Line through. So it's doing a permalink. And the logic here is if there's a path, I guess this is how we're building that. If we set the path, then they use it along with the slug. Otherwise, it's /post followed by the title and slug. I wonder if this is because the title here, well, the title here is in quotes, and it might just be okay, so if I change this to be TIL, this is how you do, you need to put them in quotes for Jekyll. That might have worked. It might be something that I have to sort out. Did it work? No. No. Alright. Title, date, excerpt, layout. And I don't remember if, was this post or posts? That might be my problem. It was. Cannot get. Now, interesting. Alright, so there's no like cleaning. I need to figure out how. This will be my note. Alright, let's just do this. Well, I'm assuming, okay. That's gonna be fine. No, it's not. Why not? All right. Copied 4 files, wrote 0 files, watching. I think we got some issue here, obviously, with the title of the post. Let's kill browser. Let's run it again. couldn't build. Okay, because what? Template render error. Having a hard time with line 3. Is it the dash? Try running it again. I'm so confused. Okay. All right. Let's jump back to that template. Did that say line 3? Or is this a different place that it's failing? No, layouts post. Having trouble writing the template. Lucy's inspect templates function index.html. Alright, so I've beaten my head against this enough. So, although I don't like that not getting cleaned properly. And I might want to, whatever. I'm going to hop over to the docs because that makes more sense. Permalinks. Let's just see what we got here. Cool URLs that don't change. All right. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if input file, subdir, template, remapping output. I'm not defining permalinks. If you set the permalink value to false, this will disable writing the file to disk of your output folder. No, using data variables. Okay, so let me just look and see. I feel like so the post here is actually setting that permalink value, which is because that's what we're doing here. Using data variables. You may use data variables here, and template syntax too will be parsed with the rendering engine. Subdir my slug index.html. Make sure you read about the special page variables useful for permalinks to page.fileslug. Interesting. The file slug variable is mapped from input path and is useful for creating your own clean permalinks. A file slug returns information on the parent directory of the file as an index template. File path stem. Alright. So one of the things that, I'll just make a note about this because I'm going to have to figure this out. My blog currently uses the date in its current post structure. So I'm going to have to figure out how to account for dates in my permalinks. To do account for dates in permalinks. Keep trying to save it, don't need to save it. Okay. that'll be done differently. We don't need that. Warning about YAML objects. When you use variables, make sure that you use quotes. Without quotes, YAML may try to parse this object. So when you use YAML, you use quotes. So we're using quotes? We're using quotes. Yeah. Disabling template permalinks. Globally disabling, using filters. Use the provided slug filter to modify other data available in the template. Subdirt title slug index. The above is using syntax that works in at least liquid and nunjucks. Oh, here we got the at least one way to grab that date, which we're gonna need to do. But what's the slug filter? Uses the slugify npm package to convert a string into a URL. Can be used in pagination or permalinks. Okay, I didn't necessarily like how that was slugging my title. If path, we don't have a path, then slug it. Otherwise, /post, and then slug the title. Alright, I wonder if there's any options we can use with this filter. That's the one that we're on. What does the URL do? Works with the path. To normalize absolute paths. Not what I need. Does Slugify have any options? Like, I wonder. All right. Let's go back. We're in here. This is, let's see, that's broken, right? It's not, yeah, it's not even running right now. All right, we're gonna move you over, and we've got this. We're gonna roll this back. I feel like Slugify should be able to handle that. That's not like particularly crazy. So we're gonna do npm run dev. It's gonna break, and it's breaking because oh, interesting. This one is in, no, layouts posts. That's where I was. All right. 11D cannot read property to string of undefined. Eleventy template render error. Let's zoom in a little here. Cannot read property to string. All right, that's not quite the same thing. What was our exact error? To string of undefined. All right. 11 template render error. Okay. Scroll to the answers. To make sure that toString doesn't throw an error, you can do toString. String equals. It's looking for title. I have a title. All right, let's just say, okay, Eleventy title with colon in it, because that was what resulted in that, and that's not helpful. Eleventy. Let's try the old Google. Well, true to form, my internet exploded there around, I don't know what that was, 45 minutes. And then on top of it, OBS crashed. So that was a frustrating way to end this. I'm gonna just check what I'm gonna need to look into, and I'm not gonna look into it too much further now, is how to parse front matter within Eleventy. Oh, we can configure Slugify. Okay, so the lesson I'm learning. You can configure Slugify within the Eleventy.js. Super cool. So let's just take a look at that. Highlight, plugin RSS, browser sync, add collection, input source. All right, all of that is there. Maybe I should read the post a little further. So Slugger filter doesn't create. Yeah, well, this is from 2018. This is the issue that I was running into. I'd expect apostrophes to be stripped. I agree. So we can modify it. Here's the filter I'm using now. Com string require string mod input. Okay, so this looks like something. Eleventy config, add filter, Slugify. I thought this was already included here. I don't know enough about the Eleventy structure, unless it was just a generated dist. We got our scripts. Don't think those are anything. Let's make sure we can actually see what we're doing here. So we'll close that and make this one. This is our copy folder. And oh, that adds the clipboard copying. Okay, understood. Got our privacy policy and our main. That's just the site's scripts. Those are the layouts. So it's really going to be our. I think it's really going to be our 11D.js here. Site settings require source globals site JSON. Okay. Feed JSON feed. Interesting. So that's our site settings, and we're adding some plugins. And we have, okay, so require filters. Aha, that's our date display filter. So in theory, we could add a different filter for the slugification. I think I'm just going to have to run through some of these posts. Okay. This repository, we are in Eleventy. It now uses Lodash style issue management, blah, blah, blah. That one works for the title, Eleventy base blog. We got some config here. All right. Almost there. Okay. This is my error, I think. Eleventy is currently using Slugify. Okay. You know what? You're just watching me read. I'm gonna finish reading this issue, see if I can figure out. Well, I wasn't happy with how that was slugifying. Anyways, it was leaving in apostrophes, and it obviously was choking on the colon that I had in one of those titles. But get that sorted out. I think there's gonna be a lot of little nitty-gritty things like that. But I'll document them and keep track of them, and then hopefully I can not only migrate the blog, but also put together something that might point out issues that other people run into. And along those lines, I'll probably go out now and start reading up on how other people have done this. Sorry for the streaming issues, internet. Sometimes it breaks. But happy Friday, have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you next week.